Morning everybody, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and Country Wood Products. Making some mods on this mill. It's been down, I don't know how many weeks since the last time I did a video. The drive chain was snapping and popping and not, it was skipping links and jumping and snapping. It was rusty and bad, so that was one problem. And then the drive sprocket I discovered was in really bad shape. So I ordered parts for it, and I'll show you all that in a few minutes here. And that took eternity to arrive, at least it felt like to me when you're running a sawmill operation and your mill is down. I ran this manually for a while, but it is exhausting. This is a beast of a mill, and I had to take off the drive chain and disconnect it in order to even run it manually, because there's a lot of resistance when you're turning that electric motor. It's a high-powered motor. So anyway, I had to do that, and then finally got the parts. So I also ordered a fuse block. And I also got something else that was really stressing me out, and I'll get to more details in a minute. But I had trouble with the throttle where it was located. And so I got some stuff to fix that up for me. I got a throttle cable, and I got some switches, and this is going to be the distribution block. I want it on the outside. For one thing, for easy access, and this is a fuse block, so for easy changing. The cool thing about this, it's got LEDs showing if there's a blown fuse. Very good. So I'm going to get this installed, and I'll give you a walk around here. Well guys, this is taking some time, but this is not the Troy you knew back in the woods living in a camper alone. I am doing this upright. I would have been, the old Troy would have jammed this in here and screwed it down and hoped and prayed it worked and didn't come apart and cause a fire. Now though, I use the right tools, the right parts, especially since this is my business. I can't have this breaking down on me in the middle of an order. So it's taking some time to get this done right, and I'll show you what else I've done in a minute here. So I took the wires off the battery up on the machine, and everything was running off the start battery, and the guy I bought this from said something very wise. That start battery up there is not going to always be the same voltage, especially when I'm running other motors. And if the Predator engine is at idle and I'm running electric motors, then the battery will change in voltage, which will change the speed of everything moving on here. So what I'm doing is I took the wires off that battery that is only running the starter of the motor now, the Predator engine. All my electric motors are going to run off these two wires, plus and minus coming off here, which go to along the floor, come off here, along the floor, and to a electric box. Mosquito! Sorry about that. At least I got him. There is an electric box, 110 to 12 volt stable DC, probably 13.5 or something like that. I'm going to know in a few minutes when I get this all hooked up and plug that in. But that will run off wall power, giving me stable voltage throughout these lines, which I'll tuck in, up to my power box. Another thing, every single thing pulling power will have its own individual fuse, which the old me, I would have just jammed them all up in a, what do you call those twist nuts? Or made some kind of a distribution block out of some scrap wires and duct tape, electrical tape, and hope for the best. Not now, not on this commercial machine. This will help with troubleshooting and maintenance work. If something needs work, there's only one line I have to mess with. So that's good. Well, I was a little off. How about 16.7 volts? So I should now have the ability to go up and down. Okay. Forward and backward. Okay. Good. With a stable voltage. So, it's been a long time and a lot of work, but I've added a new switch and a new item in the fuse block. And what I have here, I'll show you. I have an automatic throttle control. And I hope I did it right. Let's see, that way is recess and should be throttle off. And up should be throttle on if I did it right. See, originally, I was reaching up in here to hit the throttle. Not comfortable. And I was hurting my hand, wrist, elbow, arm, because I'd have to wrench it, and depending on how high the deck is, I was really having struggles with that. And now I can do it with a push button. So let's get this running. I still have to reach up here to turn on the motor. Alright, should be warm. So, up should be throttle up. So watch this. Remote. Now, we pretty much got it. I've got remote drive, remote hydraulics, remote throttle. This thing should be about ready to go, except for the, what you would call a cable salad that needs to be tidied up. I need some zip ties. This thing is pretty much ready to go. I got a package delivered that says Country Wood Products. The address is right. Here to the warehouse, Country Wood Products, it showed up. I didn't order anything for Country Wood Products. I'm still getting my packages at home and bringing them here. So I was confused. What is coming for Country Wood Products when I've never ordered anything for Country Wood Products? Well, it's a set of saber-tooth sawmill blades for the HD36 Norwood Sawmill. Straight from Norwood, the company. Somewhere on here it says Norwood. On the side, anyway, that's Norwood. It says Sabertooth 167-inch premium steli cut blade, 1 1/4 by 043.043 by 7/8 by 10 degrees. A box of 5 blades, just what I need. So whoever sent that, I want to say thank you very much, and the timing can't be better. This behemoth sawmill is about to live again properly. It's almost completely done. I just got some neatening up on the wires. I got to figure out the hydraulics and reroute a couple, because some of these up is down and down is up. I don't like that. Honestly, it's just a matter of switching the hoses around. So I want up to be up and down to be down on everything. I want everything to make sense. On my up and down carriage, makes sense to me. Up and down the track, makes sense to me. Up and down throttle, it all makes sense. These though, how I took them one for one and put them over here, don't make sense. I don't know why that was, but I'm going to have everything up, down, forward and backwards is up, down on here. So I still got some adjusting to do, but other than that, this thing is going to run hopefully today. Well, I told you the drive change was shot. I mentioned the sprocket. See that? There's nothing left. The teeth actually are, some are worse than others. These were, I think that's why it was slipping. Not so much the chain, which was rusty and had some binding segments. It was also stretched. But this is bad. This is really bad. Some of these are really, really low. So the sprocket he had on here, he had built for maximum speed. He worked this machine hard and pushed it beyond the limits of what even the engineers had thought it was capable of. Here is the one he had, and here's the original that I put back on it. See, there's a massive difference. Now, I put this on here because one, I'm alone. There's no way I can drive this like he did. But also, it's going to reduce strain on the motor, extending its lifetime for me, which is important to me. And I bent that. It was on so hard, it bent when I was trying to pull it off. It was a nightmare, because it sat for 4 years outdoors. But anyway, I got the original size in there, brand new chain. This is coming along. It should run well. I just wanted to share that with you, how bad that was. I had said I was gonna. I've got the fluids topped off, swapped out the hydraulic fluid. I am just going to run this log for now. It's late in the day, but I've worked on this mill all day, and I really want to try it. I'm not sure. Oh, the water's low. I think it'll be enough for one. Now it starts a loud motor. That was short-lived. I have a derailment. The chain is off the track. I don't know why. Somehow, I just lined those two up. Somehow the drive sprocket has moved and something is wrong. It's out of line. So we'll call that a day. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day on the mill. But I did get a lot done. The mill is going to run, and I've got all the hydraulic controls the way I like it. I've got everything going. I've got the electric drive throttle, and it's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Well, guys, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.